I accepted a job watching a house that didn't exist. The ad was simple. $500 cash. Watch an empty house from 10 p.m. until sunrise. Don't leave the porch. Don't answer the door. It sounded like one of those weird Craigslist jobs people laugh about online. I had just lost my warehouse job outside Indianapolis, rent was due in 3 days, and $500 for one night sounded too good to ignore. The address led me down an old county road surrounded by dead cornfields. The house looked abandoned. Paint peeled from the walls. The porch sagged. Every window was black. An elderly man handed me an envelope. Half now. Half in the morning. Inside was exactly $250. Then he leaned close. If someone knocks, don't answer. What if it's the police? They won't come. He walked away without another word. At exactly 10 p.m., I sat on the porch with a flashlight, my phone, and a folding chair. The silence was unbearable. No cars. No insects. Not even wind. At 10:47 p.m., I heard footsteps on the gravel road. A woman carrying a crying little girl stopped in front of the porch. Please, she begged. Our car broke down. My daughter needs help. The little girl buried her face in the woman's shoulder. Every instinct told me to help. Then I remembered the old man's warning. I stayed quiet. The woman stopped crying instantly. She smiled. Not a nervous smile. A huge, impossible smile that stretched almost to her ears. Then she whispered. Good. She turned around and disappeared into the darkness. The little girl never looked up. Around midnight, my phone buzzed. Unknown number. The message said, "Don't look behind you." I froze. Another message. It's standing on the porch. I refused to move. My breathing became so loud I could barely hear anything else. Then. One slow knock. Not on the front door. On the porch floor. Right behind my chair. Knock. 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 Whatever it was. It wasn't using its hand. It sounded like bone hitting wood. I kept staring into the yard. 5 minutes passed. The knocking stopped. Then I heard breathing. Slow. Wet. Right beside my ear. I wanted to run. Instead, I squeezed my eyes shut. When I finally opened them. Nothing. Just darkness. At 2:18 a.m., headlights appeared at the end of the road. Relief washed over me. A sheriff's cruiser. The deputy stepped out. You can't stay here. I've gotten 3 calls about suspicious activity. I almost stood up. Then something felt wrong. His uniform looked old. Like it belonged in the 1980s. His patrol car had no license plate. He smiled. You can come with me. Then I noticed. He had no reflection in the cruiser window. I stayed seated. His smile disappeared. You were supposed to leave. He got back into the car. The headlights faded without making a sound. At 3:40 a.m., every light inside the house turned on at once. I hadn't seen electricity all night. Shadows moved behind every window. Dozens of them. None looked human. One by one. They all stopped. Every shadow turned toward the front porch. Toward me. Then every light went out. At exactly 5:58 a.m., birds started singing. The sun came up. The old man returned carrying another envelope. He looked surprised. "You stayed." I nodded. He handed me the remaining $250. Before leaving, I finally asked, "What exactly was I watching?" He stared at the house for a long moment. Then quietly said, "No one hires people to watch the house. They hire people to keep whatever lives inside from leaving." I looked back. The house was gone. Only an empty field stood where it had been. To this day, Google Maps shows nothing at that address. But every few months, I still receive a text from an unknown number. It always says the same thing. "Thank you for staying on the porch."